Hey there, horror fans. It's your buddy Phil here, and I am back at it today on a Tuesday morning for yet another live stream for you guys. So, yeah, I'm live. Just gonna share my stream out here, guys. Just give me a couple seconds. Just sharing the stream out. Hope everybody out there is doing good today. We had a lot of snow in the night. A lot of snow came down. All right. Reject Films, what's going on? Hi, Phil. Hi, Reject Films. Dan, I believe it is. Maybe Dan. How's my audio? Someone let me know how my audio is. Check 1, check 2, check. Do I sound okay? Is it weak? How is the audio? Good on the audio? Perfecto. Thank you. Us only. Ola, Mr. Phil. Sounds good. Thank you. Dan, good on the audio. Awesome. So we're just going to get right into this stack of Vincent slipcovers. Hopefully some people will connect to some other people. Us only, make sure to go check out Reject Films. And Reject Films, make sure to go check out Us Only. Let's connect today. First up, Beyond the Door Part 3, aka Amok Train. Crazy Train. Really nice slip cover. You have the glossy doorway there. I really like Beyond the Door 3, aka Amok Train. Any horror with trains, I am in. And it says, Shy American College co-ed Beverly Putrick has been invited to go on a class trip to a remote part of Yugoslavia to witness and take part in an ancient cultural rite. But what Beverly doesn't know is that she actually is being lured to Europe in order to be made the bride of Satan. Narrowly escaping from the clutches of a witch, Beverly and her classmates take refuge on a train. Unfortunately, black magic meets them at every turn as the train becomes possessed and begins offing them one by one. From the truly unhinged mind of maverick exploitation producer Ovidio Asonitis, Beyond the Door, The Visitor, and writer-director Jeff Quithy, Beyond the Door 3, originally known as Amok Train, is an exploitation roller coaster that never stops, one-upping its own insanity. Chock full of completely outrageous gore effects, bizarre and often surreal plot twists, and wholly whacked out ending, Vinegar Syndrome is elated to present the world Blu-ray debut of this notorious slice of Euro horror in a brand new 4K restoration of its original negative. So there you go. You got the nice little muck train Beyond the Door. Very, very, very nice from the good people over at Vinegar Syndrome. That is Beyond the Door Part 3, Amok Train. Great artwork there as well. Let me know in the chat. Have you seen Beyond the Door 3? Wild Will from Chesterfield. What is going on, my friend Will? Loud and clear, mic check 1 2 1 2. What up, Phil's Creepy Vids fam? Satan. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. What's up, Shar? Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too, Shar. Robbie Richards, what's up? Jonathan Davis, what's up? Robbie says, morning, good morning. Reject Films, just on break at work, can't stay long. Hope all is well. Hey, Dan, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. Anthony, good morning, Phil. How are you, brother? I am good. My unemployment has been going into my bank account every Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. It still hasn't gone in. I talked to another coworker, and she thinks that they've switched it to go in every 2 weeks now. So fingers crossed I get a payment next Tuesday, but I don't know. It's like you look at your bank account and you're like, where's my money? Jonathan Davis, it was a pretty good flick. Yeah, I like Beyond the Door 3. Robbie Richards, nice looking set. Jonathan Davis, Beyond the Door 2 is incredibly hard to find. I am well aware of that, and I need it in my collection. Robbie Richards says, same for me, Phil. What, your unemployment? Is that what you're talking about there, Robbie? Oh, yours went in? Are you getting it every week or every 2 weeks? I get like OCD about it too. Like I seriously keep checking my bank account. I'm like, is it going to go in? Did it go in? Is it just late? And it's still not in. Yeah, every week. It's been every week, like every Tuesday, like clockwork. And then today, all of a sudden, nothing. And I'm just wondering, maybe it's late. Who knows? Next up, Blood Theater. Blood Theater. I think this comes with a bonus flick too. Yes, bonus feature film, The Visitants. from 87. Also directed by Rick Sloan. So I have reversed it. You got the Visitants there. But we're talking about Blood Theater right now. From the damaged mind of director Rick Sloan comes Blood Theater and the Visitants. In Sloan's 1984 debut, Blood Theater, an old movie house in which a massacre occurred decades earlier, finally reopens only to be once again targeted by a bloodthirsty maniac intent on murdering anyone and everyone who makes the mistake of buying a ticket. Packed with low-rent bloodshed, Blood Theater exemplifies the no-budget aesthetic Sloan relished and features the one and only Mary Woronov in a supporting role. Sloan's second feature effort, The Visitants, is set in the neon-colored 1950s and chronicles the hijinks which ensue following the theft of a ray gun by a teenage boy from his bizarre neighbors who just happen to be aliens who have embedded themselves within a sleepy suburban neighborhood. Barely seen since their brief theatrical runs, Vinegar Syndrome presents the Blu-ray debuts of these off-the-wall, homegrown pieces of jaw-dropping mutant cinema, both newly restored from their 35mm camera negatives. That's Blood Theater and the Visitants. Double feature. I really, really liked Blood Theater. The Visitants, not so much, but what can you do? Shar says, if it's not in there, buddy, it isn't coming today. Mine was there. Weird. Have you been getting yours every week? Shar, let me know. Jonathan says, I'm finally getting the I Know What You Did Last Summer box set this week. Looking forward to the Demons set to be released soon. I am so looking forward to that Demons set. Robbie says, or maybe refresh it. Yeah, it's just the app. So, like, if I close the app, then it's pretty much refreshed. Will says, da homie, us only in the building. Hola, 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 amigo. Robbie Richards, you shit in a few hours, Phil, hopefully for you. I've been filing my report every 2 weeks, so I'm due to file this coming Saturday. That was a weird little screen flash. Weird little screen flash. Yours is every 2 weeks. So that's hopeful. Maybe mine's just switching over to every 2 weeks. That's what my coworker said. Robbie does his every Sunday. Yeah, it tells me on the thing, your next report is due on blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've got 2 payments, but they've all been on Tuesday. So I had a payment last Tuesday and then the Tuesday before. So it went Tuesday, today, nothing. So I'm just like, what's happening? Did you switch it over? This Saturday, I file. But then next Tuesday, I better get 2 weeks pay and not just 1. Because I've been getting like 1 week pay every week. Pretty much. So if I skip this week, then next week, hopefully I'll get like double the amount. Don't you think? That should be right. Help me. Help me. Help me. Yeah, 2 week pay next Tuesday. I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I got like money in the bank. What am I worried about? Nothing. I got a screen glitch, though. I don't know what's going on. Sounds like they switched me to bi-weekly. That's what my coworker thinks too, and definitely 2 weeks pay. Next up, Bloody New Year. I watch this every New Year's Eve like clockwork. Bloody New Year, and I do a double feature with New Year's Evil. Great slipcover there. Love the slip on that. You have the original artwork there, which I've always loved. The skeleton at a New Year's party. And it says, after finding themselves stranded on a remote island, a group of young friends discover that the only structure is an old hotel which seems inexplicably stuck in 1959, and stranger still has up Christmas and New Year's decorations despite it being the middle of summer. As the youngsters take shelter for the evening, increasingly weird events begin to occur as each of the hotel's unexpected guests meets a gruesome fate. The final feature film, directed by legendary British horror filmmaker Norman J. Warren, Bloody New Year is a distinctively original hybrid of slasher, supernatural horror, and near surrealism, elevated by impressively executed and fittingly violent death sequences, along with one of the most absurd and jaw-dropping final twists present in any 80s horror film. Vincent is pleased to offer this prime cut of mind-bending horror on Blu-ray, restored from what is believed to be the only surviving film elements. So that is Bloody New Year. Like I said, I watch this every New Year's Eve like clockwork, along with New Year's Evil. It should be every week for everyone. I agree with that, Robbie. Horror Freak, New York. Good morning, everyone. What is going on? Shar says, sounds like they switched to bi-weekly. Robbie says, indefinitely 2 weeks pay. Robbie says, never seen that, Phil. How is it? It's amazing. Star Trekker, what is up? Thumbs up, Phil. How are you doing? I'm good, Star Trekker. I hope you are too. Yeah, I'm good. I would go through with those. Good to know. Good to know. Robbie says, wish I had that Hell Night shirt. I love that movie. Got it on Blu-ray. This shirt is still available, I believe, at Twisted Tees merch. Twisted Tees merch. I'm sending you the link right now, Haddonfield Slasher. On your Snapchat. I have it on Blu-ray as well. Horror Freak New York. I paid the Archive Vinegar Syndrome's brick and mortar store a visit a couple weeks ago to pick up some titles. Super cool spot in Connecticut. I see it on Instagram all the time, and I'm super jealous. Keith, what's up? Hey, Phil, how's everything with yourself? I am good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. My EI didn't go in today, unemployment insurance, but everyone says they're switching it to bi-weekly, so fingers crossed I get a payment next Tuesday, or I'll be eating soup out of a can. Esteban says, got off work last night, drinking and making a magnetic steelbook wall for my movies, for my TV room. That's a great idea. Magnetic steelbook wall. Horror Freak New York says, good luck with that, Phil. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Rocking right along, we got a great slipcover for the movie Body Melt. Warning, warning, Body Melt. And the slipcover has the logo of the company that makes the Body Melt stuff, but it's actually cut out of the slipcover. So really, really cool slipcover there for the movie Body Melt. Great artwork on the front of the Blu-ray there, right up on the back. And it says, residents of the placid suburban cul-de-sac of Pebbles Court have started receiving unexpected samples of a new and experimental vitamin manufactured by a strange health spa named Vimuville. However, shortly after adding the mysterious green powder to their diets, users begin to experience strange and increasingly macabre visions. And worse, their bodies start to mutate, ooze, and eventually melt. As visits from the coroner to the sleepy street becomes a nearly daily experience, Detective Sam Phillips becomes increasingly suspicious of the goings-on at Vimuville. But will he be able to uncover the diabolic motives before the whole of Australia is subjected to body melt? Writer, director, composer Philip Brophy's notorious slime-filled cult classic Body Melt remains one of the last great Ozploitation films, packed with gross-out gore effects, biting black comedy, and a throbbing techno-esque score. Vincent proudly presents Body Melt on Blu-ray for the first time in North America in an all-new 2K restoration sourced from the original 16mm negative. That is Body Melt. Great, great looking slipcover there. Nice presentation. Movie, not the greatest, but it is what it is. Australian Body Melt thing. David's Horror, what's up? Buenos dias, mi amigo. Como están uds? Yes, I guess. I have no idea what that means, but Robbie says, thanks, Phil. Just checked it out. Checked it out, all out of my size, though. Cry. They only got extra small left, lol. You never know. They might restock or just send them a message like, hey, man, can you guys restock your Hell Night shirt? I actually picked this one up at a con. They had a booth. Twisted Tees merch had a booth. So for the last 2 cons, I think I've picked up 3 shirts. But yeah, check out their site, Robbie. There might be another shirt there that you like because they put out great, great quality shirts. The image never fades, and they're thick and comfy, and I like them. Everybody, welcome David's Horror to the chat. He popped in here. Buenos dias, mi amigo, como están uds? David's Horror, todo bien, amigo. Why usted? I don't know. The Caller, the movie I used to search for on VHS, never ever found it. Finally own the Vincent title. Got Malcolm McDowell and Madeline Smith. The Caller, nice slipcover from the good people over at Vinegar Syndrome. There's the lackluster cover image from back in the day. And it says, on a cold winter night, a woman living alone in the middle of the woods receives an unexpected visitor, a mysterious middle-aged man who asks to use her phone. Obliging the stranger, it soon becomes apparent that they might know more about each other than they're letting on. As hours and then days pass, the two become engaged in a series of bizarre and sinister mind games, uncovering unnerving secrets along the way. All the while, the ongoing confrontation begs the question of what mysterious events are transpiring in the nearby woods. Sumptuously photographed by Danielle Nanuzzi, The Caller is a labyrinthine mystery tinged with horror and science fiction elements, which stars Malcolm McDowell alongside Madeline Smith, one of the few theatrical features from veteran TV director Arthur Allen Seidelman and acclaimed writer Michael Sloan. Vinegar Syndrome presents this original and unsettling piece of 80s weirdness in a brand new 2K restoration. So that is The Caller. I hunted and hunted and hunted for a VHS copy of that movie. Never ever did find one. Alas. Now I have the Blu-ray, so I'm good. David says, assy. Phil, David said, good morning, friends. How's everyone doing? Ooh, everybody knows Spanish? Except me. The Caller's a slow burn. There's only two actors in the entire movie, Malcolm McDowell and Madeline Smith. But I love it because I saw it when it first came out. I remember watching it on cable TV. I would recommend The Caller if you're into kind of slow burns, but I love that ending, and it goes places where you don't think it's going to go. The Caller, Malcolm McDowell. How old was I when I first saw The Caller? 13 when I saw The Caller for the first time. Fell in love with it then. Would watch it every time it was on cable, and then just started hunting for the VHS. I don't know why my camera keeps... What's going on with the screen here? There's like definitely a flash, fluoride, the toothpaste. I don't know. It's probably a virus. I'm probably getting hacked. Probably getting hacked. Yeah, you don't see the flash on your end. Well, I see it on my end. Just going to close this for a second, guys. I don't know. Next up, lenticular cover. He's coming in the window. He's through the window. He's coming in the window. He's through the window. Coming in, through. Coming in, through. Coming in, through. You get the idea. Demon Wind, lenticular cover. Awesome slip cover from the good people over at Vincent. Demon Wind, another one I grew up with. Used to watch this all the time. And it says, the strange and brutal deaths of Corey's grandparents has haunted him for years. Determined to discover the truth, he has returned to the desolate region where they lived, along with a group of friends, to try and uncover the mystery. Ignoring warnings from their locals that the area is cursed, Corey and his friends soon realize that the legends are true, and the demon wind possesses and destroys them one by one, turning them into monsters from hell. Taking equal inspiration from the Evil Dead and the visual aesthetics of early 80s work of Lucio Fulci, Charles Philip Moore's Demon Wind is a supernatural shocker loaded with an abundance of gore and extraordinarily good creature effects. Never released on DVD, Demon Wind comes to Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome in a brand new 2K restoration from its 35mm camera negative. Demon Wind. David saw the Flash? I don't get it. If David sees it, maybe it's not a virus. So that's good. Horror Freak says, I recently picked up Demon Wind minus the slip. Reminds me of the Evil Dead a bit. Yeah, it's kind of Evil Dead-y. It reminds me of the Evil Dead mixed with The Curse with Will Wheaton. Kind of, sort of. I saw the Flash, and it opened up my eyes, and I am happy now. Living without you, I left you, oh, oh, oh. I saw the Flash. Yeah, weird Flash going on today. Virus. The Curse mixed with Evil Dead, mixed with Doctor Who, because of the whole the phone booth, and it's small on the outside, and then they go in, it's huge. Kind of reminds me of that when they're going through that wall, how there's just kind of a doorway and nothing on the other side of the wall, but when they go through the wall, they're in the house and it's fine. I don't know. Love The Curse, and even better, its upgrade remake, The Color Out of Space. I agree with that 120%. Jonathan, Londa Literate has blessed us with her presence. Hey everyone, what's going on, Londa? Miss you, girl. Hope you are well and staying safe. Hey, how'd you do at the casino that night? Did you win big? Let me know in the chat. You win any monies? You win all of the monies at the casino? $500. Congratulations, Londa. Well, you can super chat me at least 100 then. Just joking. Fade to Black. Brand new release from the good people over at Vinegar Syndrome. People used to laugh at Eric Binford. Now with every performance, he knocks them dead. That is Fade to Black. Yeah, how much did you lose? How much did it take to win that 500? Eric Binford lives for, and if he could have it his way in the movies, he works at a 35mm print depot as a delivery boy, but spends all of his free time watching classic films and collecting Hollywood memorabilia. Endlessly tormented by his colleagues, Eric drifts further and further into a dream world wherein he embodies the silver screen characters he is so deeply worships. However, when the teasing pushes him too far, he snaps and literally goes into character, donning the outfits of his big screen idols and slowly but surely killing off his tormentors in outrageous recreations of his favorite film scenes. A slasher that's profoundly infused with cinephile and old Hollywood iconography from its first frame to its last. Vernon Zimmerman's Fade to Black is an often haunted examination of the terror that can occur when fantasy and reality collide, starring a whole bunch of people that I'm not going to name, including Mickey Rourke, who I will name. Fade to Black is a masterpiece of psychological horror that's making its long overdue worldwide Blu-ray debut from Vinegar Syndrome in a new 4K restoration of recently uncovered 35mm negative elements. Fade to Black. That is Fade to Black. Londa says, just come from getting tested for COVID. 500 up, including your loss. Good luck on the COVID test. I hope it is negative. Robbie says, do you feel sick? Jonathan says, I had to order Fade to Black from Target, so I don't think I'm getting that great slipcover. David's Horror coming in with a $9.99 a super chat. Thank you so much, David. I'm your number one fan. Are you my number one fan? Very, very, very generous of David's Horror. Everyone make sure to go check out his channel. Show it some love. David's Horror coming in with a $9.99 super chat. That is incredible. Londa says, no, but my child tested positive. Ooh. Horror Freak says, Jonathan Davis, it will not have the slip. Haddonfield Slasher says, oh, sorry to hear that. Hope all is good. Yes, everyone say a quick prayer for Londa and her family. Wishing her negative results on the COVID test. I have only had one COVID test and it was negative, so thanks for that. Hopefully I don't have to go for another anytime soon. Not that the test is a big deal or anything. But I mean, every time you go for a test, then you're in your mind, you're automatically thinking you're positive. Thanks for the heads up, Horror Freak. Horror Freak says, sending prayers your way, Lalonda. Robbie says, I've had 3 all negative. David says, couldn't think of anything more clever to say. Decided to channel my inner Annie Wilkes. Yeah, misery. I got the connection. I got to the connection. And it's a yellow super chat, so it's staying up there for a long time. A yellow super chat. The more you contribute to the channel, the longer your message is pinned. Esteban P hitting it with a big $20 soup super chat. Thank you so much, Esteban. $20 super chat. That's incredible. Every day of the week it's mystery meat. R.I.P. MF Doom. MF Doom. Had to outdo him, yeah. Hey, David's is still up there, $9.99, right beside your 20. But it's not a competition, guys. It's not who can super chat the most. We're not at Storage Wars, guys. Don't try and outbid each other. Yep. Robbie says, LOL. Esteban, $9.99. You are out of your mind. Come on. Every little bit helps. I watch a lot of other people's live streams and see a lot of people getting like $1 super chats, $2 super chats. I think any super chat is contributing to the channel, and it's just positivity and gets you noticed, gets your channel noticed if you have a channel. It gets your channel noticed. What am I looking for here? And then it helps me put stuff back into the channel. Because all the contributions to my channel go back into the channel. I have a brand new webcam. I have a brand new microphone. I buy a whole bunch of Blu-rays, action figures, horror collectibles, so I can bring content to you guys. So that's the way it works. Next up, Flesh-Eating Mothers, with a glorious, glorious slipcover from the good people over at Vinson. The transfer of this is the best I've ever seen it. I do have another Blu-ray of this, and the transfer is not as good as this brand new one. They bit off more than they could chew. And it says, something strange is happening to the mothers in a small town in upstate New York. Small and subtle changes appear at first, but soon the women are transformed into deranged, demented, and cannibalistic flesh-eating mothers. With no one safe from ending up as a key ingredient in the next Tupperware party luncheon, it's up to the town's young people to uncover the shocking truth behind the carnage and put an end to it once and for all, especially as dinner time approaches. A decidedly absurd and tongue-in-cheek mix of a zombie film and Cronenberg-esque body horror, James Martin's direct-to-video 80s cult classic Flesh-Eating Mothers offers a non-stop barrage of over-the-top splatter courtesy of special effects wizard Carl Sorensen and pitch-black humor, co-produced by Peter Illich and photographed by future VFX guru Harry Einstein. Vinegar Syndrome presents Flesh-Eating Mothers in its North American Blu-ray debut, freshly restored in 2K and featuring a new batch of exclusive extra features. So yeah, that's Flesh-Eating Mothers. Probably should slip the reverse art around so we get the new art and the old art in the same package. There you go, guys. That's Flesh-Eating Mothers. If you like mothers that eat flesh, you will love that movie. David's Horror says, soy local. David's Horror says, honestly not sure why I can't enter a custom value. I know, you just slide that slide that scale thing. I don't know how people do the 666 super chat, because like I can't get the slider to do 666 at all. Have Cheetah Will View says shark. Oh, what's up, Patrick? I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping everybody's name straight today. Pretty sure it's Patrick. Maybe it's different from a browser. I'm just using my iPhone. Yeah, that's what I think it is, because I always try and do it on my iPhone. It's got to be an iPhone thing. If people are on the computer, they can do that 666 super chat. Well, we got 3 more and we're already at 46. This one's another cool slipcover. This is Hellmaster. And it has the insignia from the movie and a cool kind of glossy murderous dude on the back. Really, really cool. And once again, just like the body melt, you have a hole in the slipcover where it shows through. And I think this one has, what's his name? Michael Ironside. I don't know. It has someone I know in it. Decades ago, deranged Professor Jones. Oh, John Saxon. Yes. Not Michael Ironside. John Saxon concocted a diabolical drug at a rural college called the Knight's G experiment, designed to give its users telepathic abilities, but instead turned anyone who took it into violent lunatics. Now, 20 years later, Jones has returned to resume his experiments and avenge himself against those he feels wronged him and his work. Armed with a group of hideously deformed mutant slaves, it's not long before the tranquil college becomes host to vicious violence and carnage. A Detroit-shot regional horror movie made at the decline of the direct-to-video era, Hellmaster was the first feature film from cult filmmaker Douglas Schultz and co-stars David Aing. Gothic horror, narrative trappings, yada yada yada. Vincent presents this fascinating slice of creature horror in its original theatrical Them version for the first time on home video. Them, aka Hellmaster. Hellmaster. Once again, Esteban P coming in with a super chat. Once again, Esteban P, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Incredible beers, but who cares? I need beers. Sorry, drinking while I'm putting up this steelbook wall. That's a great idea, steelbook wall. And I don't think magnets affect Blu-rays. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the magnetic force of a steelbook, like a magnetic wall, wouldn't go through the steel enough to affect the Blu-rays or screw them up in any way. Pretty sure. But hey, if you have a blank wall and put the magnet wall up, that's awesome. That'd look cool. Patrick says, super. Josh Fulci fan 101 says, hey, Phil and Peoples. Josh, counting down the days for your package to arrive. I'm really, really getting excited. I think tomorrow, either yesterday or today or tomorrow, was exactly 3 weeks from the day you shipped. I just recently checked the email. So yeah, fingers crossed it makes it all the way to Canada. Being on lockdown, I need new movies to watch, like Amazon here and there, and that's about it. But yeah, so every day, like even yesterday, the mail truck showed up, so I went down and I know the lady, and I'm like, "Is there anything for me?" "Nothing for you today, Phil." And I'm like, "Oh." Another fantastic slipcover, and I know people really, really want to get their hands on this one because it's way out of print. This is The Ice Cream Man, starring Clint Howard. But gorgeous, gorgeous slipcover there. The Ice Cream Man. No reversible artwork on this, which is upsetting a little bit, but what can you do? Gregory, the local ice cream man, just wants people to be nice to him and sell the neighborhood children his ice cream treats. Unfortunately, the adults disrespect him and the kids fear him, so as any recently released mental patient would do, Gregory begins brutally murdering anyone who prevents him from having a happy, happy, happy day. One of the quintessential cult horror films of the mid-90s, Norman Apstein's Ice Cream Man is gleefully absurd, gory, and hilariously direct-to-video slasher punctuated by an off-the-wall starring performance from the one and only Clint Howard and featuring Olivia Hussey, David Naughton, Jan Michael Vincent. Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents this madcap gore fest in its Blu-ray debut, fully uncut and newly restored from its original 35mm camera negative. That is The Ice Cream Man, which is Clint Howard. Gotta have that slipcover, though. I ordered some long magnetics and cut them in half and putting some strong tape on them and putting them up. I'll send you pic when I'm done. Not just horror movies, a little bit of everything. That's amazing. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, "It will come very soon, brother. It has with all others I've posted overseas. Cody, what's up? Phil, Cody, what's up? How goes it? It's good, man." Robbie Richards says, "Hey, Cody." Cody says, "Hey, Slash." Feel like I'm at a Guns N' Roses concert. "Hey, Slash." We have one more movie to get through before the intermission. I need a brief intermission at the hour mark, as per usual. I also need to grab a Diet Coke because I do not have one in here. What's up, Seth? Hope you are well, bro. I am well. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, "Clint Howard knows solidly about all the cuts of The Ice Cream Man. Would like to see it eventually. He was great in Evil Speak. Love Evil Speak. I have that on Blu-ray. Horror Freak NY, that's a beautiful slip. Horror Freak says, I have that release minus the slip and also the OG DVD as well. That's awesome. Cody says, Clint Howard is cool. I need to get Ice Cream Man sometime. Will says, almost intermission. Popcorn Pop. Yeah, it is, guys. One more. And I mean, the last one in this stack, definitely not one of my favorite movies. I believe I've only checked this out once. I need to revisit it again and hopefully get a better feel for it. But it is Liquid Sky. Liquid Sky. Kind of like a punk, 80s punk, aliens, something or other. Margaret is a fashion model with dreams of stardom whose alter ego and rival, Jimmy, abuses and takes advantage of her to satisfy his rampant drug addiction. Unknown to them, tiny invisible aliens have landed on the roof above the squalor in which they live and begin killing anyone Margaret had sex with to feed on their pleasure-giving neurotransmitters. All the while, a German scientist attempts to capture and study them. Hailed by Time magazine as a 2-hour act of imagination, Slava Zuckerman's Liquid Sky is an underground masterpiece of avant-garde science fiction filmmaking set against the visually majesty of New York's early 80s new wave scene and filled with arresting cinematography by Yuri Neiman, along with an acclaimed original soundtrack. Vinegar Syndrome proudly brings this quintessential midnight movie to Blu-ray, newly restored in 4K from its original 35mm camera negative. Liquid Sky, need to revisit this one. I'm pretty sure I probably napped off and on during my first viewing, so really need to give that one another chance. Let me know in the chat if you've seen it. Hey, Horror Freak New York, says Horror Freak London. Josh, Fulci Fan 101. There's 2 official versions of Evil Speak, a shorter 89 minutes and extended one 100 minutes. Well, I have it on Blu-ray, so hopefully I have the longer one. Also, a little thing in Evil Speak in the beginning, I believe there are people on horses. One of them is Richard Mall from Night Court fame. Bull from Night Court. Josh, Fulci Fan 101. Hey, everyone. Horror Freak New York. Wait, another Horror Freak? Horror Freak London? Horror Freak London. Yo, Phil, been watching in background. Been a good watch, buddy. Thanks. London says, yeah, we gone transatlantic, baby. Will says, I got the OG Liquid Sky. Definitely a one-of-a-kind flick. Camera. Robbie says, hey, Phil, have you seen the movie Skyline? I do own Skyline on Blu-ray. I have not got Skyline 2, and I just saw in Walmart there is now a Skyline Part 3. But they only had the DVD, and if I bought it, I would definitely want the Blu-ray. I like the original Skyline. I've only seen Part 2 once, and I did watch Part 3, I believe, but I probably napped off and on. I just streamed it. Horror Freak New York, haha, hell yeah. Horror Freak London, Horror Freak New York, check out my channel when you get a chance. I'll do the same with yours. Horror Freak London, never seen Part 2. Pages, films, and plastics, where have you guys been? Hello, Phil's Creepy Vids. Welcome to my live stream today. You are more than welcome to be here with me today. You missed the first stack, but there's a second one to come after intermission. And we'll give you guys Pennywise the Clown as per usual for the intermission. Get them all set up here, guys. Setting him up so he's looking at your soul. So feel free, talk amongst yourselves, contribute to the channel, and I will be back in 3 minutes and 146 seconds. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. We are back. We got the Diet Coke. Because what's a live stream without Diet Coke? Shameless Diet Coke plug. Diet Coke does not sponsor this video in any way, but I wish they did. So Diet Coke, if you're listening, Horror Freak New York. I am Philster678 on Instagram. I'm pretty sure we're already connected there. Pages says, hey, Cody. Will says, looking forward to Unearthed Films' release of 29 Needles. Going to be a tough watch for most, but not for the unseasoned extreme viewer, LOL. Yeah, nothing's a tough watch for me. Josh says, Horror Freak New York, will definitely check out your channel. Horror Freak says, I have seen your channel many times, New York. Horror Freak New York says, thanks at Josh Fulci Fan 101. Horror Freak London, anyone seen The Vigil on Netflix? Thoughts? If have, I have not yet watched The Vigil, I don't think. Haddonfield Slasher, Horror Freak New York says, I connected to you, thumbs up knife, carving a pumpkin. Horror Freak London says, thank you, buddy. Horror Freak New York, Horror Freak London, awesome. You only have one video in your channel, just connected. Will says, support Phil's Creepy Vids channel. Hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and donate. Mr. Phil needs TP for his bunghole, LOL. I actually have a lot of TP, but you can never have too much. New York says, Robbie Richards will do the same with yours, and at Josh Fulci Fan 101, the same. Haddonfield Slasher says, thumbs up. New York says, beautiful Pennywise. Thank you, thank you. Josh Fulci Fan 101 says, New York just connected. We'll check out your stuff soon. New York says, just connected, guys. London says, gonna put lots more on my channel soon. I got a lot of weird shit to show you. Such sites, LOL. Can't wait. New York says, haha, no doubt, man. New York says, I have a ton of my stuff in storage. Hopefully soon I'll have the space to set up a proper man cave. New York says, been on here doing videos for many years. Simple videos, nothing fancy. Phil's Creepy Videos says, please don't use the word sub or subscribe in the chat. Use connect or something like that. Thanks. YouTube's algorithm scans for those words and doesn't like them for some reason. Pulls videos, pulls monetization. YouTube can do whatever the heck they want. So I try and go by YouTube guidelines. London